Hey guys, Andrew Marsh here with DrewFit.com. I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. In today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and I'm going to challenge you as well as myself to practice NoFap November. Currently it is October 31st, happy Halloween, but tomorrow is November 1st, and what better month to start self-development than November 1st, and it just sounds good, NoFap November. I know a lot of people implement things like No Shave November or Sober October, which are all great, but I think this one can be the greatest of practicing NoFap November. But if you're going to practice this, I want to challenge you guys with these 5 things to really enrich and get the most out of this experience of NoFap November. So if you're just stumbling across what NoFap is, essentially it is practicing semen retention or refraining from all sexual activity as much as you possibly can, and really withholding that essence within you and not releasing it cheaply, whether it be masturbating, having sex, watching pornography. Try to refrain from all of those things to bring discipline into your life and watch your life change for the better. Now, with that being said, let me talk about the 5 things I want you to implement that I will also be implementing this month as well to help take my life to that next level. So number 1, now I know this might sound crazy, or some people maybe have thought about it, but I want you to take action and do that this month, and that is to remove toxic people from your environment. And when I say remove them, just try to avoid them at all costs this month. And these are the type of people that are naysayers to any idea that you have. Say you wanted to start a business, start a YouTube channel. They're the ones that question your ability. The ones that no, you couldn't do that, you're going to fail, or if you fail, aren't you going to be embarrassed? These people that really shoot down your ideas that could enrich your life. They're the ones that may feel left behind if you go to that next level. But that's totally not the case a lot of the times. For me personally, my goal isn't to leave anybody that I'm friends with behind. It's to try to empower all of us to do better. So if you have those people in your life that don't want to go to that next level with you, avoid them this month and watch your life change for the better. And these people can be anybody. It can be a brother, it can be a sister, it can be a mom, dad, grandparent, cousin, significant other. It can be your so-called best friend. But if you notice that you have these people in your life, this month of November, I challenge you to try to avoid your exposure to them as much as possible. And when you begin to do these other things, you're going to watch your life change for the better 100%. Now, number 2. Now, this one's pretty easy, and I think it's fantastic. And that is to eat healthy, exercise, and I also throw in there practice cold thermogenesis or take cold showers. And the reason why I want you guys to eat healthy, exercise, and practice cold thermogenesis is that all 3 of these things have major benefits towards getting your mind healthy. And with a healthy mind come healthy actions, and healthy actions that are repeated become healthy habits. And that's what we want to do here, essentially, is create healthy habits. And that's what I love about practicing NoFap, is it brings that structure, it brings that discipline, and it brings that, that inner energy out and directed towards something that is going to enrich your life. So by eating healthy and exercising in cold thermogenesis, this is going to feed right into what you're going to be doing in self-development. And when it comes to diet, eating healthy, go with what works for you. I'm a huge advocate on, ketosis and carb backloading, and I actually just did a video on this, what my diet looks like. That's what I like to do. Some people like to go vegan and refrain from eating animal meat. That's great, but do what makes you feel good and feel alive. So I'm not going to get too in-depth on that. Exercise, personally, I like to lift weights. I don't like to do cardio, but do what works for you and practice it consistently on a daily basis as much as you can. Exercising, you don't need to work out and kill yourself every day this month, but maybe 3 or 4 times a week. Number 3, read or meditate. And I'm a huge proponent on both of these things for helping enrich the quality of your life. If you're going to read, I highly suggest you read a self-development book because it plays right into what NoFap benefits. and it will offer you even more structure on how to direct your energy that you're not going to be expending on NoFap, or fapping, I should say. So reading a self-development book, one of my personal favorites is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Maybe you start implementing reading on a daily basis, maybe 10 to 15 minutes a night. Read that book and you'll be finished by the end of the month. Another thing you can do if you don't want to read, you can practice meditation. And I highly suggest if you do the meditation route, go to YouTube and find meditation for beginners and just do 10, 15 minutes a night, and you will notice great benefits of that. I personally love reading and meditating. If you can do both, great. If you can only do one or the other, that's great as well. But the reason I like meditation so much, especially when practicing NoFap, is you begin to have more thoughts that may seem a little frightening at times, and meditation really helps you see thoughts for what they really are. They are just thoughts, and until you give them energy and take action, that is when they'll become something. So meditation is a practice of seeing your thoughts and realizing that they are just thoughts and they are not in control of your life, and actually you will be able to get in control of your own thoughts when you begin to practice meditation. So that's number 3, read or meditate or do both. Now number 4, this is my biggest one I can advise you guys to do, and that is to feed your passion on a daily basis this month of November. Now, know what I talked about when you have toxic people in your life that won't let these awesome ideas that you have flow freely. They shut it down like that. Feed your passion when you don't have these people around. You have a thought that you want to start a business or start a YouTube channel or go talk to that girl you've always been wanting to talk to, but you have those naysayers that are holding you back. When you don't have them there, you are now allowing yourself to feed this great energy and chase your passion. So maybe you want to start getting fit. So tomorrow, maybe start taking steps towards that. Eat a healthy breakfast or implement intermittent fasting and go on a walk outside. Hit the gym maybe. Or if you want to start a business, start jotting down ideas on paper. Set your alarm an hour early before you have to get ready, and then you can just dedicate that 1 hour that day towards feeding your passion. And there's just so many passions out there, I can't get into them all, but a lot of them are going to be like starting a business, enriching your relationship with somebody, or I don't know, whatever it is, building a car, building a house, whatever it is. Feed your passion and let those great thoughts that you have flow freely as long as they're empowering your life. So that's the biggest one. Feed your passion, guys. Now, number 5, I love this one, is to practice uncomfortable yet empowering conversation. Now, what I mean by this is to really practice the art of asking uncomfortable questions. Maybe it's with your significant other who, you guys have kind of went through a rough patch. You guys both have these thoughts as to why, but you're scared to bring them up in fear that the relationship might be over. But you guys aren't looking at it the other way. That maybe if you have this uncomfortable conversation with your significant other or your boss, that it may enrich your relationship. But do so with good intentions. Make that very clear when you're having that conversation that, you know what, I'm going to ask you this question, but my intentions are just to really empower our relationship and take things to the next level. And you can do this with a mentor as well. I highly suggest, if you have a mentor, say your passion is in business and you have a CEO at your company that you can talk to, maybe have a conversation with him or set time to have a meeting with him and ask him questions as to how he got to where he was at, so on and so forth. And you're going to notice that just having these conversations with people that can enrich your life, somebody like a CEO or a mentor, an athlete or somebody, just having that conversation with them that may be uncomfortable for you really takes you to the next level. So that's basically it, guys. These are just 5 things I hope that you will take into consideration this month of November while you are practicing NoFap November to really see your lives grow. I'm going to be practicing it as well, so leave me any questions, comments, or feedback if you're going to be practicing this so we can support each other. And if I get a big enough following, I'll do weekly updates on here to see how things are going and check in with you guys as well on my experience, and I'd love to hear from you guys as well. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Happy Halloween, and have a great NoFap November.